Hey guys, we're doing great. How are you?
Are we? Are we really? Alright, guys, welcome back to this week's episode. We are on episode 12. That should be correct, I promise. That should be correct. Episode 12. We are both brain dead again. We are trying to record at a semi-earlier time,
9 o'clock.
but we're both exhausted from this weekend, so that's
Great.
great. That's great. We're just gonna try and make this work, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to subscribe, drop a follow, all the normal stuff. Put the screen here. You do it. Get us more subscribers and followers. We decided if we hit 100 subscribers, we'll do a giveaway. And if we hit 50 Twitter followers, we'll also do another giveaway for that. So, you want to go follow our Twitter, you want to go subscribe. We'll maybe do something for the Instagram. We'll see. But game's the game, am I right? Okay, starting off with our stupid statistics, although it's just a stupid statistic for today because I'm just brain dead and I couldn't really find anything kind of fun or kind of stupid.
It's just stuff. It's not stupid.
Literally just one stuff.
It's just stuff.
One thing this week. So Reggie Bush's Heisman Trophy got returned to USC, which that's pretty big because they took it away back when he first got awarded with it because he accepted money, which at that time was illegal. So it's pretty big that his trophy got returned because at the time when he got it, he was accepting money, which was technically illegal because of NIL and all that. Well, now NIL is more welcomed and they're letting the athletes earn money for their likeness and stuff, so that's great that he got his trophy back. In the NBA, Gordon Hayward is retiring from basketball. I mean, we can talk about the Olympics, but that'll go into our Olympic thing, so
Yeah.
that's it for the NBA as well. And then to the NFL, a lot of things have happened because preseason started. Well, preseason game, Hall of Fame game, was on Thursday, and that got cut short due to weather. They finished in the third quarter. The Bears were winning at the time that they cut the game off over the Texans. So everyone's memeing it like, oh, first 1-0 team, whatever. Well, it's not regular season, it's preseason. Your record doesn't matter. So that's great. But speaking of the Bears, Caleb Williams had his signing bonus revealed. $25.5 million.
Again, what the whole, maybe I should have just been an athlete. Gosh, I feel poor reading this.
Right?
I don't even feel like I should be reading this. I'm too poor to read it.
It's crazy. I can't believe it.
And good for him.
And then, so we had some other contract extensions. CeeDee Lamb, who we've previously mentioned since he was holding out. It's rumored that his contract extension with the Cowboys is for 4 years, and it will be worth somewhere around $136 million. And then that's not all. I can top this. So, Bucks tackle Tristan Wirfs is getting a 5-year extension worth $140 million. So this makes him the highest paid O-line in NFL history. Highest paid O-line ever.
For him. Good for him. Just,
And then, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do they need a friend? I'll be their friend.
You're gonna move down to Tampa? I mean, Tampa's not a bad place to live.
You know what? I can do with the heat.
Now, Arlington, Texas, on the other hand, is that where you want to move?
You know what? Is that they get tornadoes over there, don't they?
You
I'll
got
take a
me.
hurricane over a tornado.
And then some like bittersweet, well, not bittersweet, but like upsetting news. Running back Rashad Perry is retiring, and Colts defensive end Samson Abacum? I don't know. I give up. Whatever. The Colts defensive end, he tore his Achilles and he's out for the season, which sucks for him because it's early on and he's done already.
Yeah.
And then we got some new rules coming in. So they're doing new kickoff rules, which I think is going to take away from the game. So you're not allowed to onside kick before the fourth quarter, number one. Number two, in order to try the offsides, your team has to be losing. And number three, you have to announce that you're doing an onside kick.
So you're basically saying, hey, I'm losing to everyone. Let me do this kick. I don't like that.
Yes, and there's no element of surprise either, because now you have to announce it, which I think was the thing that everyone loved about the onside kick, because like you didn't know that they were gonna do it until they did it. So.
It takes away from definitely the effort of surprise. I think that's an awful rule. Whoever thought of it was not thinking in their right mind at all. Sorry, that was my list.
Yeah, no, not good. Not a fan of it.
No.
It is what it is. They're just trying to make the game more soft, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's literally what it sounds like they're doing it. They're like, okay, so everyone's getting a participation award, and we're giving out gold stars to everyone for trying. When did we become an elementary soccer team?
Oh, I wish I knew.
Like,
it's ridiculous. So bad. Alright. I wish I had something for the NHL, but I don't. But I'll take this little brief intermission to say this week I was updating our calendar and the amount of sports that's gonna happen. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for sports to be back. Like, I just missed football. I missed soccer. I'm just so happy that it's coming back to my teams again.
Em's been sad lately. She's very excited, and I'm excited too because it means I get to learn more.
It means I get to force you to become fans of my teams.
Get into it, I just have to do it. I'm kidding. I'm very excited.
Yes. So I'm excited. I have marked on our calendar. I have my soccer team's schedule until October. Maybe even mid-October. Down on my calendar. I'm really excited. And now I have to pick out who I want in the Premier League and La Liga this season. So, but I got and Serie A. I can't forget Serie A because there's Americans playing in Serie A. But we'll see. After this summer, it's really kind of hard to root for any Americans in soccer. But it's fine. It's fine. So we'll move on to the Olympics. With that being said, because the U.S. men's team got knocked out to Morocco 4-0.
You know, there have been some games that I've watched and I've been like, wow.
I watched some of that. Actually, I barely watched any of that game, but like when I was watching, I think when I started watching, it was 1-0, and then like it kind of. I think I watched the second goal too. I'm not so sure, but it just it was not good. It was not pretty, but that's what we get for making our oldest players, that the 3 eligible older players that we have as defenders, Well,
Yeah.
minus the one, but that's besides the point. 2 center backs. They were slow. They were very slow.
On the minor side, we're definitely pulling. We're on top with our medals. Like we're doing
Mhm.
great. We're not getting as many like golds, but we are like dominating in the silver and bronze. I mean, we are doing great with the golds. We're just tied with China at the moment. Everything
For
else, we're
now.
like dominating for now. Yeah. I mean, the last couple games I've watched, because I had to take a break mentally. We literally have been watching the Olympics like every day, and I'm blaming Dylan. We went to the beach and he was watching the Olympics. I was like, honestly, it was impressive. I was like, I don't know how you sit there and watch it. I'm honestly surprised he didn't watch the Olympics while we were watching Twister in the movie theaters. Like, it wouldn't have surprised me. He watched the Olympics on the way there, and he watched it on the way back. He watched it while we were in Dick's. Like, your phone has great service. We need to talk about that. Like, what plan are you on that we're able to watch the Olympics everywhere we go? He even put the Olympics on while he was at my grandparents' house.
Why?
He had to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
This is my sister's boyfriend, by the way. Like,
Only Dylan.
only Dylan. He'll love that we mentioned him in this too, by the way. This is for you, Dylan. With love.
Dylan.
We watched a lot of swim, like a lot of swim meets. And we watched, of course, gymnastics. We watched the men and women's gymnastics teams. He is now obsessed with the Steven guy. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yes, he is
Yeah.
obsessed with him, and everyone's calling him Superman, and Dylan agrees. And they got bronze for the first time,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
which was very
I
impressive.
think.
I was very proud of them. And then of course our women's gymnastics team got gold per usual, thanks to Simone Biles, and all of them pretty much popped off. I don't know why I keep doing this. Now you got like dug in my brain. Like here they are right here. This is our gymnastics team. They did great. Okay, I'm doing great. Oh, of course, one of the things we talked about this past weekend too is Katie Ledecky
Yes.
popping off per usual. Like everyone wasn't even in the screen at this point. It was just
Yeah.
her. It was just
Crazy.
her. Also found out, fun fact, she knew Michael Jordan.
How?
Wait, I don't know. If I'm correct, that could be wrong. I'm so sorry. But I think her uncle and him bought out some team, and so she was there with him when they went to one of the games, and yeah, but I could be wrong. It might have been someone else. And I had to look it up. Hold on.
I don't know. Don't rely on me for that. While you're looking that up, Ledecky did win the 800 and the 1500.
Okay. Sorry.
While we're talking about Ledecky, she did win those 2 events.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, so Michael Jordan was playing peekaboo with her when she was literally a toddler at a game. Yeah, she's just eating popcorn. I saw a video of it. It's all over my TikTok feed.
There are 2 Olympic gold medalists in this photo. The first one you probably recognize right away. That's Michael Jordan. The second one, though, you probably didn't recognize. That's Katie Ledecky, the most decorated female swimmer in Olympic history. Wait, what? There's the next one.
Okay, I'm glad I'm right about that because it's starting to stress me out. Wait, no, what if I'm wrong? Sorry, I'm like blanking. Help me.
So in addition to Ledecky, Bobby Fink also won the 1500
Mm-hmm.
in men's swimming. So we got that. We had another couple of medalists for swimming, including, let me just look at it here. The mixed 4x100, we won.
Mm-hmm.
I did not put what sport that was for, whether that's running or swimming, so I guess we won't figure that out. But the women's 4x100 medley relay, they set a new world record in addition to the gold, so that's good for them. I think that's all I have for swimming. So there are a couple of, well, I'll just go down, read through the bullet points, because at this point, it's just hard to keep track of what sport is performing when, and how I'm gonna segue into the next one. So we're just gonna go by the bullet points. So USA basketball is rolling on both the men and the women's side. They're both advancing out of their group, so that's great. USA field hockey, not so great. They did just beat South Africa 1-0, but they are not advancing out of the group as far as I know, because they are not doing so hot. I don't know what place they finished. This is the disclaimer. I don't know what place they finished, even though I have this written down. I did not check it, so I don't know. And then the US women's soccer team continues its quest for gold. They just beat Japan in added extra time, same thing. So the score was 1-0 there. And then, oh, I know, that is swimming because it's the medley. That's swimming. I'm dumb.
Yeah. You're right. You had it right this week.
So men's 4x100 medley, got silver.
Mhm.
And then I feel like I already said this once, but I'm just gonna say it again. We got gold in the mixed 4x100, and then this is running now. This is running. I know this for a fact. So Team USA got silver in the mixed 4x400. So it literally came down to the last 100 meters. And Femke Bol, the Netherlands runner, just sprinted the last 100 and beat us.
Yes.
That was pretty close.
A little
Not really, but, like,
watching that happen.
and then Li Chang and Sarah
Mhm.
Hughes, they are doing very good in women's
They were playing today.
women's beach volleyball. They won today.
They did.
So
Okay.
yes, they're
I haven't
still
followed
going.
them.
And then Brady Ellison got silver in men's individual archery. Scotty Scheffler wins gold in golf. Sha'Carri Richardson got silver in the women's 100 meter. And Noah Lyles, that 100 meter run was crazy. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Photos.
I've seen, oh my gosh, insane.
The replay between the three, like, I still have trouble judging on where it's crazy.
I had to keep pausing it, like, and being like, no, for real? Like, what's
Who's
happening?
going? Who's
What-
going? They said it was like 5/100ths
Yeah.
of a second difference. Like, that's crazy.
Like, how do you, like, you have to have impressive, like, judgment skills on, like, deciding. Because, like, I was just like, I don't know, it could have been any one of them.
Yeah, and at first I thought, like, definitely the Jamaican guy got it.
Mhm.
And then I saw, like, afterwards, when, they're all talking, Noah comes up to him before they announce the winner, and he's like, I think you got the gold, buddy. And he's, like, patting him, congratulating him. And then they both look up at the screen, and they're like, Noah Lyles, first place. And he goes,
Yeah, he's like, what?
and then he rips off his tag, and he's like, yeah. Crazy. Crazy.
I mean, did you watch any of the gymnastics meets?
No, I really just watched, like, highlights, but they weren't even, like, highlights. They were just showing the routines, kind of, but it wasn't, like, yeah. I semi-watched. I didn't, like, see anything in real time.
We bounced back and forth, but your notes basically cover everything I saw. Simone was on top per usual. She is the GOAT. Shows her necklace. She's the GOAT. She did great. I didn't see any problems. They all did really good. Like, Suni popped off. Jade Carey popped off. Like, they all did really good. Didn't surprise me we placed gold. I was like, she had it in the bag. She said, I'm coming back. I want to get some gold medals before I retire for good, and then I'll go home. And she walks out on, like, the court, and everyone's like, oh, dang it. They're like, okay, next year. Next time.
In 4 years, maybe.
In 4 years.
But, she's rumored to want to compete
Come back
because
again.
it's in LA.
Yeah.
Next Olympics is in LA. So.
Yeah, Dylan keeps bringing up the fact he wants to get tickets.
Dylan, you know how much those are gonna cost? You gotta start saving now.
He's like, I mean, might as well watch it since I'm gonna be close to it. I could just drive up there and watch it. I'm like, okay, Dylan. You keep thinking that, buddy. If anyone would like to know, the biggest fan of the Olympics right now, and my family, my sister's boyfriend.
Dylan.
USA. We went out shopping and he's like, I want to get a USA shirt. He loves y'all. If you don't understand, he loves USA. USA, USA.
USA,
He kept saying that.
USA.
He kept saying that, and he came out of his room one morning. He's like, "Yeah, I dreamt I was in the Olympics."
Oh, doing what?
He didn't say. He was just like, I was just there. So yeah,
Bros. Crazy. I can't even.
he didn't watch anything. Like the other day, he was watching fencing. He's like, I don't understand it, but like, USA.
Alright.
Anyway,
Dylan, we're hardcore judging you right now.
it's okay.
I just gotta make that known. We're gonna. Okay. So just a non-little USA thing because I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Serbia's Novak
Djokovic.
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 I'm not even. I can't even.
That's
Okay,
what
whatever. The famous Serbian tennis player, that guy. He finally won his first Olympic gold medal
Congratulations.
after his debut 20 years ago.
Congratulations.
But yeah, shout out. I thought it was a fun moment because he defeated famous Spanish guy tennis player. I
want me
can't
to
tell
be
you their
honest?
names, but I can tell you their nationalities.
You want me to be honest? I cried. I was like so happy for him. I was like, I don't even know you, but I'm so happy for you.
I watched the highlights and I was crying during them. I was like, oh my gosh.
Fun fact, I cry when my teams get touchdowns. I cry when, look, I'm a very empathetic, what is it, empathetic person? I cry because I'm just
Yes.
happy.
You're a very empathetic.
Anyways, soccer?
Yes. So, I don't really want to talk about anything that could potentially spoil what I want to talk about, for European season. So we're gonna save that for next week because we might be down low on the content for next week, but it'll be fine. So the European preseason tours for European clubs, that's what I meant to say. Let me rephrase that. So European clubs are on their international tours for preseason right now, and they're about to start wrapping up and everything. So my team went to Korea again rather than the States. So I have to wait until the summer to watch them for the Club World Cup. So that's fun. And then there were other teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, AC Milan, those types of teams that came over. So we have some insider information kind of for the US MNT coaching job. So Hoffenheim's coach, Hoffenheim plays in the Bundesliga, just to preface. So I know who their coach is. I've watched their coach. Apparently he got offered the job. So I honestly don't hate it, but I don't love it. I like it. I don't hate it. I think we could pick someone worse. Trundlerlo. We could have someone potentially better. I'm not saying Thierry Henry is better because he's not. Patrick Vieira. I don't think he's better. Again, my dream pick would be Klopp, but he said he's retiring and he's done. And that's his final decision. So I'm still a little bit upset. Remove. So, but he's done Pellegrino. It's gonna be a challenge, guys. Mara Razao.
Right. Applaud yourself.
I think Pellegrino. We'll leave it at that. He has coached Stuttgart, another Bundesliga club, the past 2 seasons. Well, not the past 2 seasons, but 2 seasons consecutively earlier. And they did. I think they got out of a relegation battle and made it mid-table. So that was pretty good. And last season they finished third, so you can see how his coaching style has influenced them to do better over the years. Granted, this past year he did coach Hoffenheim, but Stuttgart had a different coach, but that's besides the point. And this past year led Hoffenheim to a 7th place finish, and they're in the Europa League for this upcoming season, so that's 2 good things. With the new European coefficients, I think we have 4 now in top 4 league in Champions League, and then we get 2 for Europa League. That doesn't make sense. Maybe 3 for Europa League. I'm not quite sure because they're changing the format of everything this year. So I'll get back to you on that.
Love that. Not chaotic at all.
It is, because now I have to understand a new set of rules.
Which means I have to learn a new set of rules.
Yeah, so now we're both going to be learning, and you can't just rely on me to know. Because I don't know. Gosh, I'm so stressed out, but that's besides the point. To F1.
We don't have a lot.
No, we don't, but
We're in our summer break.
we might potentially make this long.
I think last week I mentioned that we hadn't heard anything about Carlos getting a seat, and I spoke it into existence, and Carlos, and the Williams contract, which was announced this past Monday. There's a lot of information I've seen about this whole situation. I don't know how to feel about it. Well, you know how I feel about Williams, so.
Yeah, you know how I feel based on what I've texted you.
So with this being said, we now have 3 seats left. Mercedes, don't ask me to say the second one because I say it wrong, and Alpine. Botas.
Sauber.
No.
Sauber.
Sauber? Okay,
Yes.
cool. I don't really talk about them a lot. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
How about now?
Okay, cool. Hey. Sauber.
I think it
Yeah,
just
that place.
it should be fine, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know
Okay.
what happened. You just like cut out.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's a very good question.
That was the first time you've done it though, so it's like it's okay. I'll re-say all the other stuff again. Do you just hey? Thoughts of maybe Kimmy or Jack Doohan taking those seats? Just thoughts.
Yes.
Speculation.
So rumor has it that Jack has already signed the contract for
really?
Alpine. So
Okay.
but
Love
now
that.
other people are saying they're linking Nikita Mazepin to a move back to F1 instead of Jack. So
Interesting.
we'll see. And then with Kimi, I think it's likely that he's going to be announced. However, people are also saying that he could potentially swap mid-season with Logan.
Yeah.
But see, he's admitted to not being ready to
Yeah.
move up into an F1 car yet.
Mhm.
So that makes me hesitant to think that he's doing a mid-season swap.
Yeah.
But you never.
You know, lately F1 will surprise you. Speaking of surprises, Red Bull is staying with Checo.
This was also announced earlier this
Yeah.
past week. We've been sitting on this.
Yeah. Yeah. The big question is, what does that mean for
Yes. So people are also saying he could be sacked mid-season.
Yeah.
I don't know how likely that is, but that's what the rumors are saying.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, so in addition to Daniel Ricciardo, the rumored reason why Checo's staying is because of his influence for the Mexican GP.
That seems so wrong. Like, I mean, I guess it's smart play, but it seems so wrong.
But like,
Oh,
wouldn't it make sense to keep Logan
would.
in because there's 2 more American races?
Um. Anyways, we'll
Not
come back.
saying, just saying.
Yeah. And then Liam Lawson's future with Red Bull in doubt as well. I honestly, at this point, I have no idea what is in Red Bull's plans at this point with their like just decisions. Honestly, F1's decisions in general have been like all over the place.
Crazy, yeah.
Like this whole season has just been insane, especially the past couple weeks. Like just interesting, like I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
actually, so he has some clause in Liam does in his contract, that if they don't promote him, he's free to leave.
Oh, tea.
So something similar happened with Jack Crawford because he was in Red Bull's driving academy or whatever, and so they didn't renew his option, and so that's how he ended up with Aston Martin. Fun fact, learned that earlier this week.
I want to add in Yuki, but I don't know how. He's really done anything lately. I mean, he's got his like merch out.
He did his little pop-up in Tokyo.
Yeah. It's really
At least
cute.
I think it was Tokyo.
I was almost tempted to be like, so how do I get this? Like, I need some Yuki merch. I need to support Yuki somehow. I felt bad because I didn't talk about him last week. But that's how you know how dead I was. I clearly had like I was just working off what I could remember to write down. So sorry about that, Yuki. I still love you. My B. I'm blaming it on my sister's wedding.
Okay. I'll give you a pass this one time.
This one time. My B. I don't know what the fuck. Is that everything?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching this week's episode. Wish I could be a little bit more energetic right now, but I am just dreading editing this. So my energy started here. Now it's like here.
It's too much.
So drop a subscribe, a follow, a review, 5 stars. We're now on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts. So you can listen to us through those platforms as well. Don't forget to be checking our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok because we post things. And if we hit our follower/subscriber goals, we'll do 2 separate giveaways depending on which one we hit first, and that will determine what the gift and everything is. So, yeah.